So the safety is very, very important. There are a lot of things you need to consider before you do something. You need to consider your own safety. So another thing is that if you are always inspect. Don't generalize, don't draw conclusion, don't leave something to your boy and tell him to go and do something. Get and relax, yeah. I hope you are listening. So if you say something, make sure you supervise that thing. Always bring your own point of view and have a discussion with your men. Team playing spirit is very, very important. Don't just be a stand-alone engineer. I hope you are listening. Don't just assume that you know all things. Have a communication, a rapport with, you can communicate. That person can have the ability to think and even generate ideas for you. Don't just say that because you are an engineer, you can do those things by yourself. Always have a discussion with your colleagues on how the best way to do this or to do that. And another thing you have to consider is the place for the inverter. There is no way you have this solar panel, charge controller, you don't have a inverter because the inverter is the generator. I hope you are listening. So always make sure that the inverter, the place for the inverter is okay. And the DC current, you know that this thing generates DC current. So the DC current that comes out of this thing doesn't travel long. It is only AC current that travels at a very high distance. That's why we use AC for transmission. I hope you are listening. High voltage transmission. You can have 33 kV. 33 kV means 10,000 volts. 11 kV, 11,000 volts. How do you know them? You can know them by the plate. There is a plate always attached to them. Each of that plate carries 11,000 volts. So if you count the number of plates, you should be able to know the line voltage. I hope you are listening. So those things are the things you consider. But in DC doesn't travel long distance. If you want to carry out any installation, after mounting your solar panel, look for the nearest possible place you can install your inverter. Because if you take DC on a long distance, there will be leakage current. So there will be voltage drop. Let me use that word. There will be what? Voltage drop. The voltage will drop. Assuming that this thing is generated it's a 24 volt panel, it generates up to 30 volts. When you are taking it from here, maybe to that bush, the voltage will drop. Yeah. And when the voltage drops, the performance also drops.
Yeah, because of the distance.
Yes, because of the distance. I'm saying this because it is a DC.
Yeah.
So another one is always be prepared for question. You know that the person who wants to install this will ask you a lot of questions. How long can it last? That's the first question that will be asked. What you have designed can last up to 6 hours. Don't tell you that it can last 6 hours. Drop down. Because during the rainy season, the performance of this PV system reduces. Assuming that this can last up to 6 hours, during the rainy season, it can last up to 4 hours. I hope you are listening. Because the sun, the light energy from the sun reduces. So that's the most important thing you have to consider. So how long will it last? They must ask you that question. How long must it last? The duration of the inverter. What's the capacity of the inverter? And another thing is they will ask you the load. So these are the things you need to consider. The level of charges of the battery, you have to take it into consideration. And then finally, you have to know fake batteries. There are a lot of fake batteries. I hope you are listening. So at this end of the class, I will tell us how to test this one, how to know if this thing is good or not good. For example, we use 1 meter. This meter is about something thousand. I'm asking 2,000 naira. So if you are doing it well, it costs more. So you use this digital clamp meter to know the short circuit current. So when you measure the short circuit current at the sunrise, when you measure the short circuit, you have to short circuit this panel, positive and negative, join them together, time it about 10 seconds. Use the digital digital clamp meter, measure the short circuit current. So the result of the short circuit current must be the same with the one they have written at the back. There is something they wrote at the back. At the end of this class, we check. So another thing is, don't be in a haste. I'll never repeat it again. To tell your customer the duration of the PV system. If the PV system can last 8 hours, don't tell him that it can last. It will ask you how long can this thing last. If I use my TV, if I use my fan, if I use my fridge, my freezer, I have to do and all the rest. Don't be in a haste, because once you do that, at the end, if it doesn't last, you'll be in a mess. Potential areas, the place you know that there is, the place you know that can easily draw current much, the place you know that there is enough sunshine there, that's the place you install it. Another one is the possible location of the auxiliary equipment. Auxiliary equipment, those things that you can use to carry out the work. So you must make sure that the place is well secure. Example, the inverter, charge controllers, the batteries, and the other things. And another thing is, check inside the house if the building is an offset. It's very, very important. You ask your client, is the building an offset or downstairs? And you consider using the offset to minimize cost and stress. So if you have a one-story building and you want to install solar panel, the best thing for you to use the offset and run everything for you to minimize cost. Because the more the wires are, the distance the wire takes, the more cost it will attract. So those things must be put into consideration. So you now consider the wire runs and cables, orientation, angle of inclination, I've said before, in the case of roofing of the PV system. The terrain features, check if the place is suitable for ground or the roof. How is the terrain, the area, how is the place? So, and another thing is the health and safety risk for the installer. You have to consider your health is very, very important. Not after doing it, you start having health challenges. So another thing is, make sure it is installed out of reach of children. There's a way you install that solar system is not enough. The way you keep your battery, there's something called battery rack, something that guards the battery. So it's very, very important you keep those things out of reach of children. The person, the owner of the house, his understanding may not reach to that scope, but you are the one to direct all these things. So you make sure that the place for the battery itself, because batteries, they are very, very dangerous. When you combine batteries, 12 volt to 12 volt, they generate higher amps. Let me cite an example. You know car battery. Can you help me with this? If you come close, you will see a sticker, a small sticker there. That small sticker, you will see the rating. I will tell us. PV module, 250 watts. Diode there, bypass diode. You have no problem with that one. But let's look at the parameters there. Because what led to this is because we want to know fake panels and all the rest. In this PV module, the capacity is 250 watts. Then you can write it down. We also do calculation when we want to do calculation. The type is mono cell. Mono cell, I have said it before. Peak power. The peak power is 250 watts. The peak voltage, VMPP, is 30 volts. Peak current, IMPP, 6.94 amps. 30 volts. Peak power, 250 watts. Then the short circuit current, very, very important. 7.42 amps. I have measured peak current, right?
Yes.
6.94 amps. Short circuit current, 7.42 amps. 42 amps. Open circuit voltage, 36 volts. Voltage, 36 volts. Maximum system voltage, 715 volts. Then tolerance is plus or minus 5%. Well, that one is negligible. Huh? Which one? 250 watts. This is a module. Panels. Just jot it down. Place the panel on a board on a broad day shining light. Place the panel on a broad day shining light. Engineer, careful. On the broad day, you will hear so circle the terminal. Okay, what happens when red and black? So that red and black, the red is positive, the black is negative. Just close two of them, join two of them together. Under 10 seconds, so also 10 seconds, or that carry 10 seconds. Even 5 seconds is okay. Use this type of meter, digital clamp meter. Just place on arms. Cross this in between the wire. Assuming that here red and black. Yes.
I should join the positive.
Yes. Just one strand. Just join them together. Okay. Use the digital clamp meter. Bypass like this. So immediately you do it, start this for 10 seconds or less than 10 seconds, then remove. It will read the short circuit current. Then the short circuit current should give you exactly 7 point something amps.
7.42.
Yes, 7.42 or very close to it. If it does not reach up to that, it's not a good panel. So the panel is bad.